Well, hello everyone. This is Mike Fields and welcome to this session of Orion Website Basics. Today we're going to focus exclusively on the very simple process of adding a new listing into Orion. So let's get started. So you've logged into Orion, www.orioncre.net with your username and password. And to add a new listing, it's very intuitive. So it's a property. You want to click on the Properties tab. When you're at the Properties tab, you'll see you can search for a listing, add a new property, or edit a property. Today we want to talk about how to add a new listing, so I'll click on Add New. And then you just start filling in the blanks. Anything with a red asterisk is a required field. You need to make sure you fill it in. So we're going to do Summer Lakes Professional Center here just as an example. 4439 Rowan Road. And that's in Newport Richey, Florida. And notice I'm not using all capital letters except in the state. So, you know, punctuate things correctly and capitalize. Don't use all capitals. It won't do you any good. It'll just format the flyers. Will look real weird if you use all capital letters when you do it. The only thing that requires all capital letters is the two-letter abbreviation for the state. 34653. That's in the United States. Now, if I wanted to, I could put in the county. It's in Pasco County, but it's not a required field. Metropolitan Statistical Area. If I wanted to, I can click the drop down here, and I can scroll, by state. So we're in Florida here, and let's pick the Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater MSA, and then description of the location. So, and this should be a description of location. This shouldn't be all the wonderful things about the property. So I'm just going to quickly put the subject property is located at the northwest corner of Rowan Road and Sharpsburg Boulevard, between State Road 54 and Trouble Creek Road in Newport Richey, Florida. So again, I'm not saying this is the most wonderful property in the history of the world. I'm not telling someone how to drive to it necessarily. I'm just telling them where it is. It's located at the northwest corner of Rowan Road and Sharpsburg Boulevard between State Road 54 and Trouble Creek and Newport Richey. Now that I've got all that in, you'll notice on the map here, the property is showing up in Kansas. That's the geographic center of the United States as a default. And until I click here to map the address, you see that what I'm rolling over is changing. Until I click that, it's not going to do it. But once I click it, it geocodes it, maps it very, very closely. If you want to check it, you can zoom in here. You can zoom in as close as you want. And you can even go to satellite. And if it's not exactly right, you can see here. Let's go even tighter. You can see this property is actually up here. And so I can move it in, put it where I want it, and now it's exactly on the right property, exactly where I want it to be. Once I click Save, it'll save it there. So let's go to details. The property name. Now, the property name, don't use the address, because that looks kind of stupid when it does the flyer, because the system's automatically going to put the address on, automatically put the address on the flyer. So you want to use a name for a marketing purpose. So let's give this, we'll call this the Summer Lakes Professional Center. And we're going to distinguish this one as the Medical Suite because we have several properties in there. And then a property description. I copied and pasted one earlier. Summer Lakes Professional Center is one of West Pasco County's highest image medical office centers, located light intersection, blah, 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 blah. So the listing date, the default is going to be today. What is the expiration date? we'll say the end of this year. The property type is required, so this is an office property. And if I want to, I can pick a subtype. So I'm going to say this is an office condominium. Keywords, I could put medical might be a keyword. You know, I could put office condo. I could put all kinds of things. If it were bank owned or foreclosed or REO. Property use, vacant. It's a user type property. Is it under construction? Is it a featured property? Third party listing? No. Active in the system? Yes. Hidden on public site? No. Do I want it to export to third party CIEs? Generally, I would say yes, but since this is just a sample property, I'm not going to check that. Agent, the default agent is me. If I were putting this in for other people, I could do that. Highlights, you know, and these are features and benefits. So let's say it's 2,750 rentable square feet. Let's say Rowan Road signage is available. Let's say it has abundant. Whoops. I could spell. Let's say it has abundant parking. What else can we say? Traffic. Lighted corner. 2 street access. And last, we'll say it's on campus with all hospital. External web links. If I had anything, website that related to this, maybe the Department of Transportation, we're widening the road out in front and they had a website explaining what was going on or whatever we could put there. Year built, 2003, number of floors 1, gross square footage 2,750, rentable 2,750, usable 2,750. There's no loss or add-on factor here. Number of acres, not really applicable because this is just an office condo for sale. That's not applicable. Parking ratio is 5 per 1,000. And building class, this is kind of a suburban class B. And the tax ID number, I don't know, so just for this demo purposes, I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pricing, this property is for lease, and total available square feet is 2,750. The minimum lease term is 3 years. Price per square foot per year is, let's say, $1,450, and that's on a triple net basis. So once I save that, whoops, there's other required fields I got to do. I didn't fill them in. Minimum divisible, 2,750, and the maximum contiguous, 2,750. Notice I'm not putting in commas or anything there. The system will format it there for me. So now I can save it. Oh, date available. See, the system isn't going to let me make mistakes. So I need to go back to the details, or where is it? On the pricing tab, I guess. Let's put 10/01/2013. Now save it. See, now it'll let me save it. So there it is. Summer Lakes Medical. The only thing is I don't have a picture. So I want to go put a picture in there. So I want to click on you'll see photos in this tab here. And there are some parameters you want to use and things, but basically, when you click on the Photos tab, it's going to ask you to browse on your hard drive to where you have photos. So let's go Documents, Properties, Summer Lakes, Pictures. Let's go back here. Let's get a nice rendering. So we're loading that picture in now. It's been uploaded, and you'll see if I go back to the Listing Details tab, that picture will be loaded in there, and that'll be my thumbnail. And you'll see it's noted this is my current thumbnail. But if I wanted to upload more pictures, I could say click Browse and go here. Let's go Pictures, Pediatrician Suite. Let's just upload that one. And it takes a second to upload. If I, so that's uploaded now, and you'll see that, in a second, you'll see that picture's been uploaded, and this one is the thumbnail. And I could do that as many times as I want to with as many pictures as I want. If I had documents I wanted to upload here, maybe tenant improvement standards, or maybe a floor plan, or whatever else I might want to do, I could just click on this Documents tab, do the same thing. Scroll to wherever on my computer I might have it, give it a name, and load it up that way. But what's nice about it now is I've got that property. You can see the pictures. The system has automatically used those pictures to create a flyer that is dynamic. I can zoom in, zoom out. I can email this to someone. With one button click, I can put this on my LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter pages. If I want to see that picture, I can go there and look at it. You do whatever I want. I can email this to a friend, and they get a link directly to this page with all this interactivity. And you see, I didn't do anything. I didn't do any Photoshop work. I didn't do anything. The other thing that the system will do for me immediately is you see this View Print Flyer. If I click on that, the system has instantly created for me a printable flyer. It's created a QR code, got my picture, my name, my address, everything, the company logo, the thumbnail that I used, the description I put in there, where the property is. It's got the disclaimer at the bottom, and all the bullet point highlights that I did. One thing you'll notice is there are 5 places for bullet point highlights. Only 3 are required. But I'm going to suggest you put in 5, because if you don't, there's going to be a lot of white space here, and the flyer won't format so well. You can see why you don't want to use the name of the address of the property as the name, because if I use the address, this would say 4439 Rowan Road up here, and then it says 4439 Rowan Road up here. Kind of Kmart in terms of marketing. So make up some kind of a nice name, Summer Lakes Professional Center, Medical Suite, whatever it might be. I don't have to put in 27 acres of vacant land up here because it'll be down here and it'll be in the flyer. So use your imagination a little. So that's all you have to do. Now to make that, to watch that property, if I clicked on Watch Property, you'll see it shows up on my dashboard. So if I go back to my dashboard, there it is. So anytime I want, I can click on that property and get all the details to it or whatever. If I want to stop watching it, I just click Stop Watching, go back to my dashboard, and you'll see it's not there. So that's how to add a new listing. We'll start in another session on other aspects of Orion, and thank you for watching.